Okay. Glenn White, a 20-year resident of Carson. Well, this ordinance, as it's written, has enough flaws in it to drive an oil tanker through. But I'm going to leave it to Alex Nagy and the others to cover the specifics. I'd rather talk about the bigger picture here. You know, for 100 years, Carson was used as an industrial oil drilling field and as a county trash dump. Now, in the meantime, whole residential area has grown around it, but it's not like it was before. Now, I happen to have been raised in Torrance, ironically, only a few yards from an oil well. But 40 years ago or more, the city of Torrance recognized, and they actually stated it this way, that drilling, oil drilling is incompatible with a residential community. And they also recognize that residents have vested health interests which override the vested profit interests of companies and people. We all have a constitutional right for our children and us to have a good, clean environment. Now, since Torrance was able to do this all these years ago, I'm kind of wondering why it's taking Carson so long to catch up. You know, in a few years from now, the oil companies are going to be looked at the way we look at cigarette companies now. You know, we're all going to wonder how we are so diluted. So it's really time that we started a short-term phase-out of all drilling, and we need to start moving on that. Do it in 5, 6, 7 years at the most. And here's a thought. You know, I know everybody wants jobs and all this stuff, but instead of building giant football stadiums and giant buildings with more traffic and more overcrowding, how about we do something like study the possibility of using this land up here to put in a giant solar and wind farm, and which we can use the electricity to sell back to the power companies and make money for Carson, provide employment, and maybe even get a discount on our electricity in the process. We could make Carson known as the green leader for this community, and I think that's something we could all be proud of. That's real leadership instead of the same old stuff. Now, you got to understand, we residents here are at war with a toxic, polluting industry. You guys really need to stand up and decide what side you're on, and let's try to have a better Carson in the future, eh? Okay, thank you very much for your time.